But first, we're gonna play Daddy Like, Daddy Don't Like. So one person's gotta be Daddy Like, one person's gonna be Daddy Don't Like.
All right.
You gotta go until you can't think about it anymore.
All right.
What are you gonna be?
Daddy Don't Like. Go ahead.
Daddy Like biscuits.
Daddy Don't Like bad weather.
Daddy Like good weather.
Daddy Don't Like stink.
Daddy Like a nice pair of socks.
Daddy Don't Like the unknown.
Daddy Like steak.
Daddy Don't Like ingrown.
That was.
I said men grown hairs.
You said
Men grown hairs. All right, whatever. Daddy Don't Like men grown
You
hairs.
see, one guy's got to like things, one guy's got to not like things until he can't think of it. Now we're gonna play Daddy Like, Daddy Don't Like. I'll be Daddy Don't Like.
Daddy Like chocolate.
Daddy Don't Like white chocolate.
Daddy Like back rubs.
Daddy Don't Like rocks.
Daddy Like chocolate and back rubs. together.
Daddy Don't Like standing in line.
Daddy Like being back rubbed with chocolate.
I just feel like this is a violation of the rules. Daddy don't like the way you're violating the rules by adding on to the daddy like things.
Daddy Like talking about back rubs and chocolate only, but combining them in different ways to continue to get.
Daddy don't like when you talk about back rubs and chocolate. Oh, okay, that's it? Okay.
Daddy's feelings are hurt. Is Daddy Like Don't Like? I thought we were playing wrong because you're supposed to repeat what the other person says. That's another one that's on.
That was a mental exercise that we played at some point. Daddy like peanut butter.
Daddy Like jelly.
No, you gotta say daddy
Oh.
don't like. You already lost. Daddy like peanut butter.
Daddy Don't Like Goozles peanut butter.
Daddy like jelly.
Daddy Don't Like pain.
Daddy like donuts.
Daddy Don't Like blood.
Daddy like sugar.
Daddy Don't Like eyeballs.
Daddy like daddies.
Daddy Don't Like fallen trees.
Daddy like wheat.
Daddy Don't Like wheat.
Daddy like farms.
Daddy Like the future.
Daddy
Why am I saying it like that? I want to like.
You know what? That's good.
And I always
Be
think
positive.
What is the thing on here that we have to add to it?
The 10-word story?
No, it's actually not one of these. It's when we were doing the caffeine, wasn't it? When we drank all that caffeine and we had to add to the story. And every time we do Daddy Like, Daddy Don't Like, I think we're supposed to add to it halfway through
And
it.
you're just really supposed to come up with a new thing that you don't like.
And so I got it wrong in two different ways.
But first, Daddy like, Daddy don't like, Daddy like blue cheese.
Daddy Don't Like blue cheese.
Daddy like ranch.
Daddy Don't Like raised eyebrows.
Daddy do like raised eyebrows.
Daddy Don't Like stink.
Daddy like chicken.
Daddy Don't Like cuts.
What? Daddy like cuts that heal.
Daddy Don't Like bruises.
Daddy like doctors.
Daddy Don't Like I was gonna say nurses, but I do like nurses. You spend a lot more time with a nurse than you do with a doctor, you know what I'm saying?
Daddy like, Daddy don't like. So one daddy likes things, the other daddy doesn't like things. Which daddy do you want to be?
Daddy Like hair.
Daddy don't like.
Seriously?
I already lost.
You already lost?
Yeah,
Daddy incapable of not liking.
Can I tell you what? Can I defend myself?
I'll give you one more chance.
I was gonna say Daddy don't like no hair, but then I thought that it was baldest. So
yeah. We don't want to throw bald people under the bus.
Right. So I just froze up because I couldn't think of an alternative.
What about Bezos himself?
That's what was on the brain. I got Bezos on the brain.
You want some
Daddy
Bezos money. You don't want to turn him against you.
Daddy don't.
All right, fine. You don't get a second chance.
All right. But first, we're going to play Daddy like, Daddy don't like, Daddy like puppies.
Daddy Don't Like carpet burn.
Daddy like corn.
Daddy Don't Like burnt corn.
Daddy like basketball.
Daddy Don't Like getting his...
Getting his what? You lost, man. Foot caught in a hole. What? I'll help you. Daddy
I was
don't
thinking
like
of
his
pluck.
Foot plucked. Daddy don't like getting his foot plucked.
Like, why did I get so hung up on? I was like,
What was
Daddy's
the
not
F?
gonna like something getting plucked, but I'm starting with an F. So what's something that starts with an F that can get plucked?
Foot.
Exactly, and that's why I sat there and was like,
Daddy like, daddy don't like.
Oh, okay.
Daddy likes Slim Jims.
Daddy don't like Slim Jims.
You can't just do that, but like, that's not the game. You can't just say the thing.
It is if I don't like it.
What? You can't do that because
If I disagree with you.
but then you could just say it for everyone.
But Tim, no,
you lost. That's
no,
it.
that's
You
not
lose.
true.
You can't. It has to
I
be
can
new.
if it's true.
It has to be a new thing.
Daddy don't like that you are changing the rules.
That's okay. If that was,
You lost.
Let's
You're
play
talking.
Daddy like, Daddy don't like, and I'll be the don't like. Let's go.
Daddy like paintings.
Daddy don't like paintings.
But you do like paintings.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I hate paintings. I don't like paintings. What makes you think that?
Daddy
I like pictures.
likes pictures.
Daddy don't like pictures.
See, you just said you like pictures.
I don't like pictures of paintings.
I didn't say that.
That's what I thought, though.
Daddy like rounded edges.
Daddy don't like rounded edges.
See,
Daddy
I
likes
know you
square
do.
edges. You know that about me if you know anything.
Listen, if you're not going to be true to yourself, then you try to live with that.
Okay.
I'm playing the game with authenticity.
All right.
And you're playing the game based on
Well, keep going.
Just your rules.
Yeah. Say it again, Daddy.
Daddy likes winning.
Daddy don't like winning.
I know that's a lie. That is a big fat lie. How do you sleep at night? How do you look your kids in the eyes?
I don't lick my kids in the eyes. Who do you think? Who do you think I am?
Daddy like, daddy,
Daddy
don't
don't
like. Daddy like patents.
Daddy don't like ping pong.
Daddy, hold on. I don't have to repeat you, right? I just have to.
You just have to say something you like. I have to say something I don't like. It's a really stupid game, but we're not good at it.
Daddy like eyeliner.
Daddy don't like honey mustard.
And daddy like mustard.
You can't do that. That's what the rule is you can't take.
It's different
No,
thing.
you can't. The
It's
only
a
rule
different
is
thing.
you can't take part of what the other guy didn't like.
That's not the
or
only
like.
rule. The main rule is you
The
can't
only rule.
say the
You
same
can
thing.
think of something that makes you think of, but it can't be honey mustard and then mustard. You lose. You can't do that. You violated the only
Yeah.
rule, man. Daddy like mustard.
I mean, honey mustard and mustard are two different things.
But honey mustard has mustard in it.
No, it just has
also
the
honey.
word in it.
Honey mustard is just mustard with honey mixed into it.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about.
Daddy like, daddy don't like. Daddy like cheese.
Daddy don't like toenails.
Daddy like pancakes.
Daddy don't like hangnails.
Daddy like cherries.
Daddy don't like toes.
Daddy like beans.
Daddy don't like feet.
Daddy like wood.
Daddy don't like stink.
Daddy like good smells.
Daddy don't like your daddy.
Daddy like jeans.
Daddy don't like jeans.
Daddy like shirt. You can't say daddy don't
All
like
right, I
the things
freaking lose. I freaking lose.
But you
man.
also can't just start looking at things and saying them like I did.
I wasn't
it's a-
even-
So it's a draw. I said jeans and then I went to shirt. Glasses.
I said a bunch of different things for nails,
Yeah.
toenails, hangnails,
You said
toes,
toenails
and feet.
and then toes.
I went from toes to feet,
First we're gonna play
feel like-
daddy like, daddy don't like.
but it could matter.
I mean, you see, like, it really just, it reeks of not mattering. Daddy like, daddy don't like. One daddy's gonna say something that he likes. The other daddy's gonna say something he doesn't like. Who cares?
Me, man. It matters to me.
Daddy like strawberries.
Daddy don't like lemons.
Daddy like dogs.
Daddy don't like your attitude.
Daddy like computers.
Daddy don't like the sharp parts of computers.
That's a violation of the rule, but
I don't think it
doesn't matter. Daddy like hamsters.
Daddy don't like chipmunks.
That's another violation of the rule because you're taking the thing that I said. And
I was gonna say
using it to
chipmunks
generate
already.
Your own thought.
Already, I was gonna do that.
It doesn't matter. But you lost. But it doesn't matter.
I'm not talking about food anymore. We're just talking about the most hated thing in each state.
But first we're gonna play Daddy like, Daddy don't like. Daddy like olives.
Daddy don't like sauce.
Daddy like pasta.
Daddy don't like burns.
Daddy like massages.
Daddy don't like broken hangnails.
Daddy like furniture.
Daddy don't like your opinions.
Daddy like ice cream.
Daddy don't like it when you don't do your chores.
Daddy like smiles.
Daddy don't like frowns.
Daddy like fruit.
Daddy don't like purple vegetables.
Daddy like tattoos.
Daddy don't like your attitude.
Daddy like haircuts.
Daddy don't like where this is headed.
Daddy like getting this thing squeezed out of himself. I'm trying to throw you off because you're doing better than ever.
Daddy don't like what you just said.
That's the one thing you can't do, man. You can't.
Stop. Daddy don't like.
You can't.
Daddy don't like.
You can't reference what Daddy likes.
Daddy don't like.
You can't reference what Daddy
Daddy
likes.
don't like. Daddy don't like.
You know what? But listen, technically, I probably lost that one because I
waited too
hesitated too long.
Yeah,
Hey, that was the best Daddy don't like. Daddy don't like.
Brought it today.
Ever.
Daddy like colors.
Daddy don't like processed beef.
Daddy like rainbows.
Daddy don't like dull wood.
Daddy like alternate endings.
Daddy don't like VHS.
Daddy like director's cuts.
Daddy don't like hot lights.
Daddy like cake cuts.
Daddy don't like. Oh, now you're just looking at things. Tight shoes.
Daddy like that sound.
Daddy don't like tight pants.
Daddy like rockets.
Daddy don't like.
You just give up? See, you gave up. I got it.
I'm not gonna play the game.
Daddy liked that sound.
That was smart. It was a nice pivot. The only reason I gave you credit is
sound.
because you pivoted. It was a good audible. We're gonna play Daddy like, Daddy don't like. Daddy like ice cream.
Daddy don't like scratches.
Daddy like cake.
Daddy don't like hairs.
Daddy like water.
Daddy don't like your opinion.
Daddy like chocolate.
Daddy don't like a stinky.
Daddy like hamsters.
Daddy don't like long stories.
Daddy like taking walks on piers.
Daddy don't like messing around.
Daddy like breezes.
Daddy don't like suspicious.
Daddy
stuff.
likes a body rub.
Daddy don't like a crotch rub.
You can't go rub. If I go rub,
Okay.
you can't go rub.
But it was a crotch.
You are no.
And let's be real.
No.
Daddy does like crotch rubs.
That's right. So you lied.
You
You lied.
Daddy don't like lying.
But do you like Daddy don't like Daddy like jackfruit?
Daddy don't like your eyes.
Daddy like pineapple.
Daddy don't like long sentences.
Daddy like coconut. You
Daddy
see what I'm doing here?
Don't like novels.
Daddy like water. What?
Daddy don't like your toe.
Daddy like steak.
Daddy
Why are you
don't.
making this so personal?
Hey, you can't carry on a conversation with Daddy in the middle of Daddy not liking the fact of you making this conversational.
Daddy like when he makes it conversational.
And you can't do that.
Ha, that's right.
See? Ha! I got you.
Daddy don't like your eyes?
Does Daddy
That
like
was
heavy
surprisingly
stuff?
personal and unnecessary.
Does Daddy?
But he'll get
know
away with it. Daddy like Eggo waffle.
Daddy like big ideas.
Daddy like soccer.
Daddy like. We're both doing Daddy like. That's good. You know what?
You lose.
No, it's the positive edition.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Daddy like. Daddy also like.
Daddy likes football.
Daddy like liking things.
Daddy like baseball.
Daddy like ladders.
Daddy like lacrosse.
Daddy like clouds.
Daddy like basketball.
Daddy like angels.
Daddy like baseball.
Daddy like God.
Daddy like golf.
Daddy like. Why is it so hard for us?
I just went into sports.
To play
I'm
this.
just gonna say all the
The
sports.
moment I
can think
started
of.
listening, I thought you said baseball twice.
Yeah.
And the moment I thought
Did I?
about that,
I did.
hey, he said baseball twice.
Gotcha.
That's what threw me off.
I said base. I think I said basketball.
You also went with lacrosse before basketball, which is a choice.
It was all about throwing him off, Stevie. Daddy like, Daddy don't like. Daddy like Anthony's song.
Daddy don't like stains.
Daddy like truth.
Daddy don't like heights.
Daddy like wood.
Daddy don't like farts.
Daddy like metal.
Daddy don't like slipping on slippery stuff.
Daddy like foam.
Daddy don't like when he breaks his femur because it's the biggest bone in his body.
Daddy like skin.
Daddy don't like makeup on ladies.
Daddy liked the way that you're improvising by turning things into sentences in a way that we've never done before, because it gives you time to just keep saying things, and maybe you can just think of something and the game could go on forever, and we could just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, because we've never established any rules about this game. We've never said that it has to be a certain number of syllables, and we never said if you run out of breath, it go on. Daddy like that.
Daddy don't like pit stains.
Daddy like the wheel of mythicality.
Daddy don't like getting choked.
Daddy like microphones.
Daddy don't like somebody squeezing his butt.
Daddy like plastic.
Daddy don't like when the food's cold.
Daddy likes the legislative process.
Daddy don't like spicy.
Daddy likes representative government.
Daddy don't like it when somebody gives him directions and he starts listening to him giving the directions, and then the directions take so long, it dawns on him that he should have been writing down the directions, but instead he's just been listening to some fool give directions that he's not ever going to remember, and it's really the guy's fault for taking so long giving so many directions. He should have warned Daddy that there were so many turns. Daddy didn't know he was so far away. Daddy thought he was a lot closer, and if Daddy knew that this guy was going to take so long, he would have just, I don't know, ask him to email it to him or something.
Daddy like considering the fact that maybe we have reached the logistical finality of this particular game on the wheel, because now we've turned it into something that is a weird sort of improvisational thing that doesn't really amount to a game anymore. It's really just turning into a conversation that could go on forever. And once a game just turns into a conversation, which is kind of the thing that these good mythical Moors are supposed to be, what we intended the game to be becomes what we intend the product that the game fits inside to be. Therefore, the lines of existence are in the demarcation between these two concepts is erased, and we reach some sort of new normal in which the game has defeated itself, and we take it off of the wheel.
Daddy don't like it in the game.
That's what we've been trying to do with every single spot on the wheel, is to have it reach its point of finality.
You lose.
It just happened.
You lose.
I think we both won. But first, we're gonna play Daddy like, Daddy don't like. You wanna be like?
Daddy like opinions.
Daddy don't like scabs.
Daddy like ideas.
Daddy don't like nails.
Daddy like pubes.
Daddy don't like mummies.
Daddy like ladders.
Daddy don't like biscuits.
Daddy like skyscrapers.
Daddy don't like streets.
Daddy like turns.
Daddy don't like tires.
Daddy like curves.
Daddy don't like chains.
Daddy like ankles.
Daddy don't like snow.
Daddy like saws.
Daddy don't like pepper.
Daddy like salt.
Daddy don't like buildings.
Daddy likes houses.
Daddy don't like shirts.
Daddy like pants.
Daddy don't like underwear.
Daddy like thongs.
Daddy don't like shoes.
Daddy like socks.
Daddy don't like shoelaces.
Daddy like shoelaceless shoes.
Hey, oh yeah, come on. I think both of us have lost multiple times, just to be honest with you. Because both of us have said, and you can't say,
Can't say,
Yeah.
Daddy like,
Oh!
that sound.